Hey everyone, it's Amanda here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm so excited to share with you how we're giving this silver kitchen faucet a makeover with an antique gold finish. For this makeover, I used a $6 tube of Rub and Buff, which is a wax finish that you can use on wood, metal, plastic, and most finishes, and then I sealed it with a coat of polyurethane to make it waterproof. What do you think of it, Leon? Should it be gold or should it be silver? Okay, so 1 meow for gold and 2 for silver. What do you think? Huh? Bubba? You will need a tube of Rub and Buff and a paintbrush to get in the small crevices, a sealant, tape, rubbing alcohol, a tarp to cover surfaces you don't want stained, a mask and safety glasses to protect yourself, a microfiber cloth helps to buff out the wax, and paper towels to make an easy cleanup. Bubba, really? I'm just trying to get a good video of the sink here. For this makeover, we're going to leave the faucet in place, but go ahead and remove any of the accessories like the soap dispenser or garbage disposal knob that you also want to paint gold to match. Most of the soap dispensers, like the one you see here, can be easily twisted off from the bottom, but sometimes the cap comes off from the top and you don't actually need to unscrew the whole thing, so make sure that you check yours before you spend all that time figuring out that you didn't need to do it in the first place.
Metal comes off the plastic. Yes.
That's what oh my god, that's all I wanted. Yeah. Seriously? Whatever, it's apart, we'll clean it, we'll put it back together, it's all good. So good. Make sure you don't skip this important step of turning off your water before you get started. The Rub and Buff is not waterproof and you don't want to ruin your project before you even finish it. I used a bit of rubbing alcohol here to wipe down any of the soap residue that was on the faucet and make sure I had a nice clean surface before adding the Rub and Buff. Because this Rub and Buff is a wax finish, it might be pretty difficult to remove from the countertop if you accidentally get any on it. It's also a good idea to cover your sink, especially if yours is as white as mine is. As I'll show you in a later clip, I accidentally got a little bit of gold dust in the sink. I'm lucky that I didn't end up staining the sink, but just make sure that you cover yours and avoid this mistake. I also taped off the cord for the sprayer extension, the button that was on the side, and the bottom of it where the water comes out. Because this Rub and Buff is a wax finish, a little bit goes a long way. Simply squeeze a little bit out and rub it onto the surface. Try not to layer the wax on top of itself or the bottom layer will start to scrub away. Kind of like that baking soda and paint trend. If you guys have ever tried it, you know that if you try to add a second layer, the first layer starts to wipe away. Slowly work your way around the faucet, and you can use a paintbrush to get into any of the small crevices. Using a paper towel or a microfiber cloth, you can buff it out as you go. I found that the microfiber cloth does give a little bit smoother finish than the paper towel, but if you don't have a microfiber, a paper towel will work just fine. Don't worry about getting super even coverage here. The wax finish is naturally going to lend itself to an antique aged look. Using the microfiber cloth will still help get a very smooth surface. Okay, super quick note here. If you are doing this to your kitchen sink, make sure that you also cover your sink. I was cleaning up here and I noticed all these little gold flakes in here. I'm pretty lucky that these are really just like, they're not sticking, they're not turning the sink any color, because that would be a disaster if I accidentally painted my sink gold too. So just make sure that you cover your sink too so that you don't accidentally paint it gold. That's all. Follow the same steps that you used for the sink faucet for the rest of the sink accessories. Because the rub and buff is not waterproof or food safe, you'll need to cover it with a polyurethane to seal it. Polyurethane and polyacrylic are both food safe after they have completely cured. The cure time, however, is different from the dry time and can be anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks. Water-based polyurethane can take longer to cure than oil-based polyurethane, and cure time is especially important when you're painting a kitchen faucet. Who wants to be without a kitchen for a couple of weeks? No matter what sealant that you're using, make sure you read the bottle to find out the full cure time. I recommend using this Varathane triple coat polyurethane. It comes in a spray bottle so you don't have to worry about brush strokes, and its oil-based formula cures in 24 hours. Go ahead and break down the pricing for this DIY. So assuming that you have most of these materials already at home, all you'll need extra for this project is a tube of rub and buff coming in at about $6, and a sealant, the polyurethane that I recommend, comes in at about $10 for a total of just $16 for this gold faucet. I'm so unbelievably happy with how this gold faucet turned out. I absolutely love the antique aged gold look, and it saved me a couple $100 on all that awful plumbing work to get a new faucet. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video in the kitchen makeover series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.